Hey everybody, welcome to Mindful Wednesdays. So for the month of March, we will be doing a little drop-in every Wednesday, and we're going to be talking about the difference between mindfulness, meditation, and mindset. And we're going to be practicing and experiencing some of those things while we embody them. So a little bit about what it feels like to be in the room with me and doing some coaching about how to be more mindful, how to use meditation, and how to use mindset in your everyday life. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about those three things. So mindfulness. Mindfulness is such a big word nowadays. It's a huge kind of key phrase that a lot of people are using. And what mindfulness is it's really the chance to get present. What that means is to take in what's really happening right now, right in this moment, to be more in the now. So that helps you to regulate your body, it helps you to regulate your emotions, and it helps you to step out of the past and step out of the future and be right here, right now. So for a lot of people that have anxiety, who've experienced trauma in their life, who come from families of dysfunction, can really use this practice, because being mindful really helps you to step out of all of the stories that you tell yourself and to decide how you want to be in every moment. So that's mindfulness. Meditation is a way to drop in and kind of clean up the insides. It's like sweeping the porch. It's cleaning the area, like clearing it out, right? Because every day our minds and bodies carry a lot of stories with us. They say something like 90% of what happens to you is your experience of what happens to you, and like the thoughts you tell yourself and the stories that you have about it, and 10% is what's actually happening. So 90% of what we go through every day all the time is stuck with us in our bodies and in our minds, and doing meditation is what helps to clean and clear that up. Okay, so meditation helps you to let go, helps you to resolve things. It helps you to figure out kind of where you're at. So it's different than mindfulness. Can you see the difference there? Mindfulness is really being present, really noticing what's happening for you. Meditation is going a little bit deeper and cleaning and clearing up your mind, your body a little bit. Mind and body, I interchange those a lot, and I feel like it's because our body holds a lot of the stress that our minds think. Our body holds a lot of the stories that we've been through. Our body holds these structural patterns of the way that our character is. So if you feel depressed, or if you feel like life is hard, you're really kind of protecting yourself a lot. So your body holds this protective stance, okay? Like closes in your heart. It keeps you kind of, a little bit constricted. So that's what I talk about when I talk about mind body. I'm talking a lot about the body holding things. That's how it holds things. It actually structurally holds patterns of your experience. So, one thing that I like to say is you never see a depressed person walking around like this, right? Well, maybe, I don't know, Whitney Houston, Robin Williams, they were depressed and they did sometimes walk around like that. So I can't say that for sure. But most of the time, in your day-to-day life, when you're feeling down, or you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling anxious, your body is somehow inhabiting that space. So meditation helps us to get underneath that and figure out what's really going on. So that's meditation. Now, mindset, manifestation, manifesting, affirmations, these kind of are all buzzwords that are exchanged a lot right now, especially in the health and wellness field. And so I just want to talk a little bit about my perspective on mindset. So I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist. I'm a trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapist by training. I've been doing that for about 10 years. And the reason that I do a lot now of self-empowerment coaching and women's coaching is because I really believe that these three things that I'm talking about today, mindfulness, meditation and mindset can change everything. They can change anyone's life. I've been working with women and children that have been abused sexually, physically, working with children from dysfunctional families. I've been working with kids in foster care. I've worked with people that have a history of like being raised in a cult. I just have everything. I've worked with all sorts of women, children, and boys actually as well, and men. And my focus right now is really trying to help instill these tools, because I feel like in the last decade of really intentionally doing therapy with people, in the last 20 years of working in this field, that I have learned a lot about just the truth of what heals people. So in my perspective, mindset is part of this cognitive piece, right? You have to work on the mindfulness, you have to work on the meditation, because you have to cultivate a sense of care within yourself, a sense of compassion for yourself. And mindfulness and meditation can help you do that. But once you cultivate that, there are stories that are in your head that have been playing for a long time, sometimes since you were 1 or 2 years old. 3 years old, right? About safety, about protection, about love, about power, about money. You know, these are old stories that have been around for a long time inside of you. And so the cognitive piece and the mindset piece is working on that piece and really paying attention to what stories are going on, and then finding the places where you can interrupt them and the places where you can change them, because you cannot just be mindful and do meditation and think that everything is going to change in your life. You have to get underneath the cognitive piece that's going on, that's driving your habitual actions, right? You can do that with meditation. Meditation helps you to clue into what those are, but mindset is when you really start to interrupt those stories and change them, okay? And you can definitely do this with super intense spiritual practice. If you have some kind of deep devotion and commitment to a spiritual practice, I feel like that can be really helpful in changing your cognitive thinking. But if you don't have a deep devotion and spiritual practice necessarily, you can still use these cognitive tools and they can change your life. One of the things I've been saying a lot lately is a lot of the women that I've been working with this last 6 months really intensely in my practice have changed everything about their lives, and nothing actually changed. Like, their outside circumstance didn't shift. The only thing that shifted was themselves, the way they looked at their lives, the way they looked at what was going on in their relationships, and the way that they shifted what they were thinking, and what they shifted, what they focused on. And with those 3 tools, their whole entire life changed, okay? So that's what I want to do in March, is I want to talk more about these 3 things: mindfulness, meditation, and mindset, and how I use them to help you find the right action for yourself, so you can heal yourself, so you can get out of your stuckness, so you can do better in your business, so you can do better at your parenting, so you can up level your money situation. Whatever it is that you're looking to do with these 3 tools, I know you can. And I know you can in a relatively short period of time if you find the time and space to devote to changing some of your patterns and habits. So with that being said, tune in every Wednesday. We are going to be here talking about those 3 things. And if you have questions, go ahead and just drop me a message right here in the comments, or PM me, and next week on Wednesday I'll try to answer that for you. So mindfulness, meditation, and manifestation in March. Christy Garner, self-empowerment coach for women. www.transformyourlovestory.com. Great to see you all today, and have a wonderful rest of the week. Okay, aloha.